Yo, what is good, YouTuber? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new freaky Shawn Bradley cards coming out today in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. All of these cards are free, so we're going to be interested to see if any of them are worth picking up, adding to your squad. I want to look at this from a no money spent perspective as well, because I will be getting these cards regardless on my main account because I'm locking in for Giannis. My question on the no money spent account more becomes, are these cards worth grinding in the same way that the Steve Smith cards yesterday were worth grinding, because Steve Smith was an amazing card for a no money spent player, is a really good value player. Is this set for Shawn Bradley worth it? That's what we're here to talk about today, in addition to just looking at each of these cards and deciding if any of them are good for salary cap, your main lineup, whatever the case may be. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe for tons and tons of daily MyTEAM content. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. We're going to start off with Bismack Biyombo, who's 6'8", but has a 7'6" wingspan. Super duper long arms. Unfortunately, Biyombo can't shoot, and a 6'8" center who can't shoot the three, that's not great. Defensively, he's a beast. I mean, he's a very good interior defender, pretty versatile on the perimeter as well, and he has a pretty decent speed for a center at 74. Got some good dunking ability on the interior as well, but he is going to do absolutely no playmaking, absolutely no shooting, absolutely no dribbling, movement, anything like that. If you expect anything of this card whatsoever it's outside of defense, you are going to be disappointed. Not a terrible salary cap center, I guess, because offensively, you could just use him as a screener and throw him lobs and stuff if you wanted to, and then offensively, I mean, that's all he does offensively, and then defensively he can hold it down. But 6'8's a little small. I gotta say, I don't think Bismack Biyombo is probably going to be worth the pickup. Chuck Hayes, on the other hand, well, 6'6 power forward. Again, we're going really undersized bigs on these first couple, and undersized bigs who can't shoot. That's not good. This Chuck Hayes, like, defensively isn't great. He's not super athletic. He's not super fast. I understand 79 speed is fine, but like, he's 6'6, so 25 3 ball as well. I mean, goodness gracious, I gotta be honest with you, all these cards are not looking too hot today, because they're both short and they both can't shoot. I don't really think it really matters much, and the animations aren't good either. So I'm looking at both these cards, and I'm looking at these and saying the only reason I would even consider picking these cards up is if I'm going for Giannis. I wouldn't waste my time grinding for them, to be completely honest, as a no money spent player. So I don't know, I might not even do gameplays with these cards because they are just not looking good today. Wes Unseld is a Ruby. He's 6'7 with a 6'10 wingspan, 82 speed, 70 XL, 77 shot 3, 70 standing and 75 driving dunk, 82 interior. I mean, this is definitely better than the first two cards, no doubt about it. He's got good interior badges on the offensive end of the court, can hit an open three. Playmaking wise, I mean, it's not incredible, but 82 speed at power forward is pretty dang good. And then defensively, he'll be okay as well. Wish he had anchor and some other stuff because the stats aren't amazing, but an 82 interior, 78 lateral quickness will be nice. I know he's only 6'7", 6'10 wingspan at power forward. That's kind of similar size to a guy like Xavier McDaniel, and kind of like Xavier McDaniel, I think he's going to play a lot bigger than 6'7". He always has an afro on his player build that makes him look a lot bigger than 6'7". The other thing that I really like about this card is that he's always got Kobe base. I think Kobe base is really good. This Kobe base John Collins upper is the exact same release that Rudy Tomjanovic has. Really good, smooth release. So he's going to be a really nice pick and pop, catch and shoot big, who also has good athleticism at the power forward position, can drive the ball, can put the ball on the floor with his speed. He's got high vertical, high strength, decent interior, pretty versatile defender, even if he's not great on that end. This Wes Unseld card is much better than the first two cards that we looked at in today's video. To me, at least, he is going to be much more worth his price. Shawn Bradley, 7'6", 7'5" wingspan. I mean, he's an absolute giant, but is he actually good? The answer is no. The reason that he's not good is because he's 25 speed, 25 XL, 25 3 ball. Height is less important this year than it was last year. It just is. I'm just going to be completely honest with you all. It's just less important than it was last year. It's still very important, and it is still going to be a crucial attribute later in the year. And people are going to run guys like Yao later in the year because they're so big and so dominant and all that stuff. Same thing with a Taco if we get him. Wimby, guys like that are going to get used because of their size to a certain extent. With that being said, at this point in the year, like, size isn't OP enough to justify using somebody like a Shawn Bradley, in my personal opinion, because I don't think it makes him like viable. I don't think his size is good enough to where I don't think mashing is good enough this year to where it makes a card like this viable. He will get some glitchy animations and stuff on the interior, no doubt, and be tougher to contest than normal and stuff like that, but 25 speed is a humongous liability on the defensive end of the court. He can't stretch the floor at all, and mashing is just much worse than it was last year. This card would not hold a candle to somebody like a Shaq or a Wilt or Tim Duncan. They're going to completely shut him down offensively, and then he is going to be able to do absolutely nothing with them defensively in terms of trying to keep up, guard any sort of pick and roll, do anything like that. I honestly think this card will wind up being a liability. So for me, at least, I understand he's free, but is he worth grinding? In my opinion, the answer to that is honestly kind of a resounding no. Unless you're obviously going for Giannis, in which case I guess you could grind for him to get him free to make that set cheaper, which a lot of people probably will do, and I may even do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to grind all these sets because I already have to grind Steve Smith on my nobody spent account. I'm not going to do this on my nobody spent account, but I'm trying to decide if I also want to do Steve Smith on my main account, do Sean Bradley on my main account, or do I just suck it up and buy the cards? Regardless. I don't know. I think Sean Bradley is going to be a really good card, but I also don't know how truly great he can really be, if that makes any sort of sense. Like, I think he's going to be a very good card in certain ways. He's going to be a great masher, but I just don't think he's going to be good enough in terms of the speed and the defense and things like that. He's just not going to be able to compete. And then again, when you match up against a truly elite center, he's not going to do anything on the inside either. So, looking at these cards, in all honesty, my opinion, I just do not think they're worth locking in. I would not be grinding this today. The only card that I think is worth it is Wes Unseld. If you want him, go for it. But if you're grinding for Wes Unseld, it's probably going to be a decent chunk of a grind. And the only reason that I would grind this is if you're going for Giannis, to be honest, to save the MT so you don't have to buy the cards for Giannis. As a nobody spent player, I just don't see the value to grinding this. I guess Wes Unseld would make a team, maybe, but if you already have a couple of good bigs, non-sellable guys and stuff, I don't know if it's really worth that grind to put the time into it, I guess I would say. So for me, at least, not my favorite set of grindable cards. I got to be completely honest. But with that being said, I'm still super excited about Giannis. And I'm excited to get him in the next couple days. And I think we are probably looking at an absolutely amazing set on Monday. Tomorrow's set is the point guard set, I believe. So we're probably going to get a tall point guard because the whole thing about Freaky seems to be height. I think we're going to get a tall point guard tomorrow because in the playbook, I just want to talk about this real quickly. I do believe we're getting point guards, I think is what they said. We can check. Scroll down and look at the schedule, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Yes. Freaky point guards will be on Monday. We're probably going to get a free like 6'6" or 6'7" point guard is what that means tomorrow potentially, which could be an absolutely phenomenal budget counter to a guy like Magic. Obviously, SGA is free, but he's a very long grind, so he's not attainable for a lot of people either. That's going to be interesting. The final Freaky set I am still convinced is going to contain Diamond Kristaps Porzingis. I'm almost convinced because they say 2 new Diamond players on Halloween, which is Tuesday. Stretching your opponent's defense to me, that means big man, and that means really tall big who can shoot the ball. Biggest number one option to me is Kristaps Porzingis. Wembanyama also seems like an option, but I think they save Wemby for his own set probably at some point later on, maybe as a pink diamond, one of the first pink diamonds or something along those lines. But I do think Kristaps will probably be coming on Halloween, and I think he will probably pretty easily, honestly, being 7'3", hopefully having semi-decent speed and being able to stretch the floor, will probably be the new best big in the game. So with that being said, that's all I got to talk about in today's video. So we're going to hop off, and I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.